All praises, all honor, and all glory be unto YAHAWAH, baha, yahawashi, baha, qadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalawaam, chasaad, peace and mercy unto all of our atham that are teaching this truth throughout the four corners wherever you may be scattered. All right, and real quick, I find another article through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, and I'm just going to bring it out and bring out some scriptures on it, and all around RAWCHAA, just be edifying. Look at that spiritual right there, 144, says, in the 1950s and the 1960s, the United States was a vibrant society. Upward mobility was strong and the middle class expanded. During the 1970s, the internal contradiction in Keynesian demand management resulted in stagflation. Reagan's supply-side economic policy cured that. With a sound economy under him, Reagan was able to pressure the Soviet government, which was unable to solve its economic problem, to negotiate the end of the Cold War. All right, and yeah, look at America back then versus now. All right, it's a shithole. All right, Trump calls Haiti a shithole, but America made it a shithole. All right, everywhere America goes, it makes every place a shithole. All right, this place is a haven, a safe haven for homosexuals and pedophiles, man. When a Catholic priest rapes little children, you relocate them to a different church in a different state, man. All right, this place is a shithole, man. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there's no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, America is no more that place that you thought the streets were paved with gold. All right, now you got to worry about the gay pride parades and shit, man. All right, the things that are being done in America were not being done in the 1970s, man. All right, homosexuality was classified as a mental illness. All right, the whole morale of this place is down the drain. All right. Take millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be seen, yet thy thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So when Yahawashi comes back this time, and the same man he left on the so-called UFO, he's going to come back, man, with the thousands of heaven. That man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, man. And it's heavenly for him. You ain't gonna be able to pierce him. All right. The Most High has it out for this place, man. That's why it's on a steady decline. All right. This happy development was not welcomed by powerful forces, both in the U.S. and Soviet Union. In the U.S., the powerful military security complex was unhappy about losing the Soviet threat, under the auspices of which its budgeting power had soared. Right-wing super patriot conservatives accused Reagan of selling out America by trusting the Soviets. The American right wing portrayed President Reagan as the grade 2 movie actor dupe of cunning communists. In the Soviet government, Gorbachev faced a larger problem, with trust established between the two nuclear powers. Gorbachev released the Soviet hold on Eastern Europe. Hardline elements in the Soviet Communist Party saw too much change too rapidly and concluded that Gorbachev had sold out the Soviet Union to Washington. All right, so it got to a point where the Soviet Union and the states, America, they thought Reagan was selling out to the Russians, and they thought Gorbachev was selling out to Washington, to America, man. The whore. All right. Really, this was all set up, man. All right, because Russia. One thing about Russia is not part of NATO and the EU, the 10 toes, man. All right, because Russia is so-called Gog and Magog when you read the scriptures. All right, with communism departed, the Russians forgot all of Marx's lessons about capitalism and naively concluded that they were all now friends. The Yeltsin government opened to American advice, and by naively accepting American advice, Russia was looted and reduced to penury. All right, that's what happens when America goes over to a different country, man. They rape, rob, and murder the place. All right, they set up their economic hitmen. All right, they put the FRNs over there, and they lower your currency. All right. The collapse of the Soviet Union is usually attributed to Reagan and represented as one of his victories. This is a fabrication. I was in Reagan's government, both as Assistant Secretary of the Treasury and afterward as a member of secret presidential committee with subpoena power over the CIA. All right, so this guy, he's high level, man. He's plugged in, right? But this is straight out the scriptures, man. This is Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yeah, so what YAHAWAH is doing is he's allowing you devils to tell on yourselves, man. He's bringing everything that's coming out, man. Everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. So the Most High have you Edomites, you so-called white people, you Caucasians, you cave dwellers. He's having you expose your own selves, man. All right, because everything you do is a lie. All right, you're the father of lies, man. All right. Reagan told us many times that his purpose was not to win the Cold War, but to end it. He told everyone involved that all respect had to be shown to the Soviets, as the purpose was to end the threat of nuclear war, not to have insulting triumphal victory. All right, and that's what's coming to the planet, man. All right, that's what's coming to the planet war. All right, it says, unfortunately, the trust Reagan established with the Russians was betrayed by the corrupt and criminal Clinton, George W. Bush, and the Obama regimes. Because of these utterly corrupt regimes today, the distrust between the U.S. and Russia is far higher than ever existed during the long decades of Cold War. What the criminal Clinton, Bush, and Obama regimes did was to resurrect the possibility of nuclear war that Reagan and Gorbachev had terminated. Yeah, that's right, because the Most High, YAHAWAH is doing this at the end of the day. All right? The Most High is doing this at the end of the day, because there will be nuclear war. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. For a good example of that, watch the movie 300. All right, when they were fucking making walls with the body, screaming their war chants. You know, watch Troy. All right, watch any battle movie right like that, man. Watch Alexander the Great. All right, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Now, what does that mean? That means this third world war, which is approaching us very quickly, because China and Russia just put out some. Well, they just got together to make some ship killer missiles, in which they already have ICBMs or nuclear missiles on their submarines. All right, so this third world war it could pop off at any time. All right, and it's gonna be fought with nuclear weaponry, man. Nuclear missiles. Why do you think Kim Jong-un is texting nukes? Why do you think Russia has all those nukes, man? All right, why do you think everybody wants nuclear capability? All right, because this third world war is gonna be fought with nuclear power, man. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and 16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Yeah, YAHAWAH had made these German scientists, all right, wise men of T-men, during the time of Hitler, man. Project Paperclip. Okay, and what they were doing, they were making nuclear weaponry. They're also responsible for monarch programming. All right, mind control. This all goes back to those Russian scientists, man. All right, and real quick, I'll just look it up. But I highly encourage you to look this up. All right, because Russian scientists during the time of Hitler, Hitler's downfall, basically, a lot of those Russian scientists were separated. Some of them went to America, some of them went to Germany, I believe, and Russia. See? Started in 1945. I just go to the wiki. Let's see. I'll just try this one. As World War II ended, the race was on with the Soviet Union to seize as many German scientists as possible in anticipation of the Cold War. The full story has remained elusive until now. Operation Paperclip. Annie Jacobson provides perhaps the most comprehensive, up-to-date narrative available to the general public. Her book is detailed and highly readable account of the program. Jacobson compiled extensive primary and secondary sources, duly annotated in over 100 pages of notes and bibliography. In it are many new sources. Among the U.S. government records, President Clinton's Nazi War Crimes Disclosure Act. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this, but basically you get the point there. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Yeah, YAHAWAH Shem Yahawashi have created the waster to destroy, and that would be so-called white people, man. All right, you got that one guy. I am become the destroyer of worlds. All right. This is a white man, man. It's Esau. This is Esau's spirit, man. And he's a so-called elite, the Oppenheimers, man. All right. Let's see if I can find it. I just had it. But anyway, man, it's a quote by this goddamn guy, Robert Oppenheimer, and he's straight up saying it like, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. There we go. Come. It says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. All right. And he's quoting some goddamn Hindu god. All right. But that's Esau, man. All right. The Most High created him to be the waster, and to go, and to go even deeper, the Most High has set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and he's gonna make you guys destroy each other, man. This is the book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25. And Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself shall be brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that's America, man. And that's Esau's kingdom as a whole. All right, because if you think about it, they're both Edomites. Shouldn't they get together and work together? All right, but no, the Most High has turned you into reservoir dogs. All right, and if Satan cast out Satan, he's divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So it has to fall, man. All right, the Most High is going to make this place fall. All right, there's nothing you can do about it, man. All right, you had your time to rule. Going back to Job 14 and 4 or 5, the Most High have pointed him bounds that he cannot pass. All right. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1. Actually 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The modern day Egyptians are the Edomites, man. These crackers. If you watch the movie Django, they're when they go to Candy's, when they go to see Candy, there's the Cleopatra on the door. There's a bust of Cleopatra showing you that America is the modern day Egypt, man. That's obelisk here. There's Memphis, Tennessee. All right. There's many things that allude to Egypt. Hell, we live in New York. There's an Egypt, New York. The best place to live in America. All right. So the modern day Egyptians are you crackers, man. All right. The Most High is turning you against each other. Look at Antifa versus the veterans. Different states that want to recede. There's going to be a civil war in America, man. All right. And they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So in America, it's going to be Antifa versus the vets. All right. The South going to try to receive from the North. It's going to be a civil war all over again. It's going to be an economic war. All right. You have rednecks versus these fucking inner city crackers. All right. And then you're going to have Russia against America, man. That's beautiful. Call law, YAHAWAH Shem Shad. Most High, he set this thing up perfectly, man. He created the perfect weapon. Then he made the weapon destroy itself, man. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 38. And the word of YAHAWAH Shem Shad came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Yeah, the so-called Russians are up there in the land of Gog, present day. All right? They got that landmass over there, man. And thus said YAHAWAH Shem Shad, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. So the Most High is against you Russians too, because you are Edomites, man. You go back to the seed of Esau. All right? Devour, man. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. So the Most High is going to bring back that old Soviet Union spirit, man. All right, that hatred for America is flaring back up. All right, the Most High is going to put that spirit back. Hey, Russia already has nuclear missiles. America has a FOAB. America has a Moab. Russia has a FOAB, man. America has the mother of all bombs. Russia has the father of all bombs, not spiritual. All right. The Most High has set the one against the other so that they can destroy themselves, man. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them with handling swords. All right. So this Russian army is going to be very vast, and its allies. All right. Persia. All right. Which Persia is Iran. Iran was changed to Persia in 1935, all right? Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So these Hamites, these Africans, they're going to get up in there too. And if you look at South America, what they're doing right now, the economic freedom fighters, they're already ready for war with you damn crackers, man. But the Most High is going to have them team up with the Russians to kill you American crackers, all right? Really, the Most High is going to bring y'all all down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and y'all all going to kill each other, all right? Until Yahawashi get back. Then when Yahawashi get back, you're going to try to turn and fight Yahawashi, and the Most High, and you're going to lose miserably, man, all right? If you read 2nd Esdras 13, it says it's going to be nothing left but the smell of smoke, all right? Gomer and all its bands, the house of Togarmah and of the north quarter, so even Turkey is going to be up in there, man. And all this band and many people with thee. So that means they're going to have a very vast military, including their allies with them, man. All right. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. And thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So the Most I have these Russians on ready. And they've been on ready, man. All right. They're ready to go. All right. TTT, trained to go. All right. The Most High got these Russians set up perfectly. All right, they're the perfect adversary for America, if you will. And then all these other countries, Russia is protecting them. Russia is gonna be a guard unto Iran, China, North Korea, North and South Korea just united. Every man shall turn to his own people. All right, Russia is going to guard these nations, man. And then when America tries to go into Iran, all right, because Israel, the least of the flock, have drawn America in this Third World War, that's when Russia's going to get involved, man. It's going to get hot and heavy out here. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed, man. Scripture says the slain of YAHAWAH Shem Shai shall be many. All right. This is back in the article. And as I have explained at length, and as all available evidence supports, the attack on Trump rests on an orchestration called Russiagate, for which no evidence exists. It is an orchestration concocted by John Brennan, James Comey, Clapper Rod Rosenstein, Mueller, and the Democratic National Committee. The transparent lies on which Russiagate is based are repeated continually by the prostitute media in an effort to create in the public mind a case for the removal of Trump from the Oval Office. All right, so this goes back to correct this, man. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, Esau uses every media outlet that he has: the music, the radio, your cell phone, your TV, your news channels, the internet, to push his agenda. All right, to push his agenda, which is the new world order, man. All right, and if you look at the Illuminati card game, all right, it says at any time, at any place, our snipers can drop you. All right, and it's Donald Trump on there on the fucking Illuminati card game. Hell, if you watch The Simpsons, it tells you that he's gonna be elected president using the media, predictive programming, man, mind control. All right, so they could have this guy offed, or they could fake his death. All right, because Esau is the goddamn devil. Mueller is part of the plot against Trump, as Rosenstein, the deputy attorney general who appointed Mueller, special prosecutor, both are guilty of sedition. Hey, that's the scriptures, man. They shall be sedition among men and invading one another. All right, as that's that word, as they are active participants in an organized coup to overthrow the president of the United States. But Trump is too powerless to have them arrested and put on trial for the conspiracy against democracy that they are conducting. President Trump is making a terminable mistake and trusting to facts and truth, neither of which is respected in the scant remains of Western civilization. Once there was hope that information available on the internet would serve as countervailing power to the lies told by the Western print, TV, and NPR prostitutes. See, that's the spirit, man. Esau uses all of his media to forward his lies, his enterprise, his new world order, to keep the people brainwashed and dumbed down so they don't actually think for themselves logically and overthrow them. All right? There are some good and reliable websites increasingly being closed down by the ruling elite. The ruling elites have most of the money and can finance most of the online voices, all of which are employed for the purpose of contradicting truth. See, it's the spirit. I received today an email from Roots Action urging me to donate money to speed Trump's impeachment. The website has even prepared the articles of impeachment and proclaims that Trump's fixer says the president engaged in a criminal conspiracy to sway the 2016 election. This accusation comes from one of Trump's former lawyers, Michael Cohen. There are allegations that most defense attorneys understand is Michael Cohen's effort to gain a little light sentence for his income tax evasion by composing, to use the term of Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, evidence against the man Mueller really wants President Trump. So that's really Egyptian being set against Egyptian, man. All right, because even on a political level, you Edomites can't get along, and you always trying to kill one another, get somebody impeached. All right, they talked all this shit about Obama, which is a Hamite. All right, but now they even doing it to each other, man. All right. I will be unequivocal. Roots Action, as is the NY Times, Washington Post, CNN, MSNBC, NPR, and the rest of the media whores, is lying to pay off two women who might have been paid by the military security complex of Hillary and Bill Clinton or the Democratic National Committee to bring such charges, or who simply saw an opportunity to collect a bunch of dollars from Donald Trump, is certainly most definitely not Roots Claim Action. The high crime and misdemeanor of attempting to fraudulently influence the outcome of a U.S. presidential election, this is an imputable offense warranting removal from office. This was all the plan of the elites to put him in office. It's on the Illuminati card game, and the Most High allowed Esau to put it in his media protected programming before it actually happened. All right? Whoever advises Roots Action is totally incompetent attorney. Moreover, to show their utter stupidity of Roots Action, ignorant assertion, a misdemeanor cannot be a high crime. A high crime is a felony. I have posted on my website statements from legal experts that there is nothing unlawful about paying off claimants. Corporations do it continually. It is much cheaper to pay off a false claim than to finance a court case to refute it. There's no reason whatsoever for a political candidate competing for a party's nomination for the presidency to be distracted by fighting court cases brought to extort money from him, which we know this is all bullshit, man. You know, as you can see, this is a very lengthy article, so I'm not gonna I'm not going to really read all of it. All right. But basically, America is collapsing. All right. The Most High, he's destroying this place. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1. Thus said Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. All right. Which is going to come from nuclear fire when those missiles hit. If you look up the definition of a missile, arrow, all right, it means a nuclear missile. And will send unto Babylon fanner that shall fan her and shall empty her land. From the day of trouble that shall be against her round about, man. Meaning when that destroyer wind comes through, ain't nothing going to survive. The fire is just going to grow. That's why it's going to look like a lake of fire. All right. Against him that bended like the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted up himself in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men. Destroy ye utterly all her host. Yeah, as this goddamn devil drop bombs, fat man, little man, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the Most High is going to allow these nations to shoot their missiles on you and give vengeance. All right. Thus, the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in their streets. For Israel had not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power. There we go. Nobody likes to talk about the Native Americans, Latinos, and so-called Negroes and African Americans, man. Jamaicans and Haitians. Nobody likes to talk about these people. But guess what? These people are the Israelites, man. And the Most High is bringing judgment on you nations because you touched the Israelites, the apple of his eye. Of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi host, though that land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. So even though our land was filled with sin against Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, the Most High still have mercy on us, man. All right, because starting with the elect, the first fruits, man. All right, who returned back to Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, these other nations, they're mad as hell, man. All right, you had these so-called East Indian saying that America sucks. All right. The economic freedom fighters down there, everybody's mad at this place, man. Everybody's mad at Esau because when the wicked bear ruled, the people mourn. All right. They're mad at the FRNs. Everybody's ditching the dollar. All right. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Yeah, this place is done, man. All right. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. So the other heathens that are over here, the Most High is going to put it in their spirit to go back home. Because they realize they ain't shit over here, man. They're going to come here, they're going to make their money, and then they're going to leave. All right? And the ones of you that don't leave, well, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So it's going to come a time where you ain't going to be able to leave. And the Most High is going to destroy you, man. All right? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even unto the skies. All right? And it's time for the Most High to judge this place and deliver his elect. And with that, all praise, honor, and glory be unto YAHAWAH, baha Shem Yahawashi, baha Shem qadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Shalawaam, chasaad, peace and mercy unto all the RAWCHAA.